All right, welcome back to a live stream. Today's June 27th, 1:04 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're looking at SPY, SPY. Gonna wait for some people to join in before we get started, because what happened today so far is a very interesting pattern once again. As we do see volatility continuing to push higher today, something I don't think many people expected, but we'll take a look at the charts once again. Good morning, Ivan. Viva Mexico. Okay. Julio, welcome back. Kevin in the house. In the house, that's right. So we'll take a look at SPY and TVIX volatility, and then we'll take a look at a couple of tickers that you guys were talking about in the Stock Talk video that was posted yesterday. So all in all, we'll tackle all those things, and maybe we'll take a look at commodities a little bit, but for the most part we'll do those, we'll reserve those for Stock Talks. Alright, so I did hear you guys in terms of if you like the camera off or on. Looks like the majority of you guys liked it on. So in future Stock Talks, especially the ones in July, you'll see the camera back on when it's less laggy. Korea after that. Korea barbecue all week. Hey, JA, welcome back. Oil is up. Yep, we talked about oil, right? We'll take a look at oil in a moment. So let's take a look at SPY. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So here's SPY, S&P 500. We're looking at a 1 minute chart, and this is really interesting because actually, if we look at the 180-day chart, you can see two white lines, and we're getting nudged in between these two white lines, right? This white line was the previous support, now acting as a resistance. Now, more important is look at the light 20 EMA line, right? Wow, look at this first 4-hour candle, and this has completed forming, showing that we managed to push higher but got rejected all the way back down, showing that markets, this is actually does not look good at all, in my opinion. It looks like the markets really want to edge below the support now. So you can imagine if this candle matched this red candle here, and if we closed up here, that's a very good sign showing that we're able to push above the 20 EMA line. But now this looks not so great anymore. These two candles look fantastic for the markets, and I expected it to reverse. And yeah, so beautiful face. Okay. All right. So you guys can see that here's the 20 EMA line situated at 272, and you guys can see that markets are pulling downwards given this massive rejection candle at the resistance. So what can we expect? Well, what is this pattern once again? So for those of you who will be in the course or who will be taking the course, this is, once again, you're getting edged in by a descending triangle pattern, right? And at this point, it can obviously break up or break down, but looking at right now, it looks like it's going to go back to 270 and change, and retesting the support. And the support no longer looks very nice as before. So just be cautious on that one. Of course, TVIX or volatility. I want to take a look at the intraday pattern. You guys can see that intraday we did pop to $56 at its high, and we're getting really close to that. So pay close attention to this level intraday if you guys are in volatility. Of course, you guys can imagine SPY is managing to pull towards support. Volatility is pulling towards the resistance. Let's look at it on a more longer time period. Okay, let me just remove this line. Okay. Yeah, so if we manage to hop over this area, 56.70, if we climb another dollar, there's potential upside for volatility as SPY continues to drop. So let's take a look. Yep. Let's look at the 1 minute chart again. Yeah, we're pushing up there. So if you guys are in volatility, you guys are in at any point here, a good time would be to sell right now. I mean, even this is just intraday, right? You've managed to gain a couple of percentage points, and I mean, okay, so remember that my recommendations are not recommendations for you to buy and sell, but these are just things that I'm looking at. So, yeah, so you can base your decisions off of your own opinion, not my opinion. So that is a huge part. You guys can see that Dow Jones, we're pretty much losing all of our gains today, as well as the futures. And triple Qs looks like it's going down again. So there's a couple of scenarios we're looking at, right? Here's SPY, we're going to the negative. There's a couple of scenarios. The most probable scenario is right now, we're obviously retesting the support. We already talked about that. Look how fast it's coming down. But the second thing is we got to pay attention to this descending triangle pattern, which is likely, this is more likely to play out to the downside now. So be on the lookout for a close below 271 on the daily. So if we close below 271 on the daily, you know, we are looking at 266 as a support. So let's take a look at a couple of your comments. I was up in triple Qs, now down 2.5 in a matter of 2 hours. Yeah, so you can see that we managed to push higher, but we did get rejected at the area, and at that point, you should release your triple Q position. If you're playing like the short term, I think you should release it. If you're playing the long term, you know, this 266 line is still right. We talked about this line, right? This is where the 200 SMA line crosses with the support. Pretty strong support down here. This is the final line of support for the markets. So this will put the markets, yeah, the bullish nature of the markets will really be tested there. So, okay, let's take a look at a couple of tickers. For one of them, I want to take a look at IQ because some of you guys are still in IQ, and we managed to push up today, but we are losing ground. This is pretty much kind of following the markets as well. You guys can see that intraday we managed to push to 38.30, and then now we're collapsing to where? Well, you guys can see one thing is, if you thought this was a reversal, these are not reversal patterns, right? This is actually not a good reversal pattern. You can see here's the 20 EMA line, a stern rejection of the 20 EMA, and there's continuation to downside. So because this is not the support, in my opinion, 32.24, I expect this one to drop even further. So especially as markets continue to push lower. BZUN, Germany is out of the World Cup. Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people are supporting Germany, so that's kind of unfortunate. Sorry to hear about that one. BZUN. This is on a continuation move downwards. No sign of reversal yet, so therefore this is not something we want to actively invest in. On the 1 year chart, it looks a little better, but just the same thing, right? We're looking at daily candles, and it's continuously falling. It's acted as a support twice, the 50 SMA line, but doesn't mean it's going to act as a support the third time. So this, I'm looking for more downside for BZUN and then more near term. MU short, question mark, MU. So MU is also on this descending trajectory in the more near term. So if you were to short it, I think there's a possibility, yeah, and there's a possibility it could fall towards $50, right? So we talked about MU and its continuation to the downside. We actually talked about this one yesterday. So yeah, shorting is certainly, I think, an option for you if you wanted to play that. Let's take a look at this quick pattern right here. Yeah, so there's still potential for it to continue to drop. So yeah, I think good one to watch out for. How's your morning so far? Doing well. Doing well. I love watching the markets because it's kind of interesting. Oh, I want to show you guys, you know, I'll take a look at a couple commodities. 4/CL. Look at that, guys. You guys see that? 180-day chart made a 180-day high today. Look at this nature of crude oil. So we talked about the major resistance at 76.65. Okay, that is a number that I'm very closely watching because at that point, I'm going to take some entry positions when there's a pattern reversal for crude oil right here. This is a 10-year resistance area, and I expect this to function as a massive, massive resistance for crude oil. So once we head near that area, I'm looking for positions in the DWT. That is for certain. Okay, DGAZ, DWT, a possible buy tomorrow based off of reports. Yeah, but just the thing is, there's still room for crude oil to continue pushing higher, right? There's still $3 more at least, so in my opinion. So I mean, we can get close to that number. It doesn't have to be exactly that number. All right, let's take a look at DGAS. You guys talked about DGAS opinion. Yeah, so DGAS, here's natural gas, right? Pushing higher, and now we're at the resistance area. So if you wanted to get into position, you could, right? This is a very predictable horizontal pattern. But at the same time, I just want to be a little cautious because you can see that the 200 SMA line is now acting as a support. So your DGAS, should you get in it, your potential for profit is getting limited. The best position, the safest position to get into is actually UGAZ. So you guys can see this ascending triangle pattern right here, right? And then we broke over it, but we collapsed, right? So now we're doing another one. This is a second one. So just be careful a little bit, but I think UGAS is a safer play if you guys really, really wanted to go into DGAS. You know where to stop loss out, I hope. Whoa, look at all these tickers in the negative now. Okay. So we got volatility pushing up 11%. Let's take a look at where we are now. Okay, so we broke over this resistance, and now there's more upside to volatility. Let's take a look at the 20-day 1-hour chart. Okay, so the upside to it is around 59.26. This is the next kind of resistance area that we would be looking for. But again, this is volatility, right? So wow. Let's take a look at SPY. Pacey going under 100, ADP good entry zone. So okay, yeah, we'll look at PAYC in the end of the month, near the end of the month. Oh, actually, it's really close right now. But the one thing you see on this is right. Pacey has this bull flag pattern we talked about. So you guys, I remember remember you guys, we talked about Pacey right here, and so like, okay, this is a good possible buy area around here, right, around this area. And then if you guys sold it near the peak, these lines have not changed, and now we're near the bottom. Remember, no sign of pattern reversal. Do not get into Pacey now. Wait for a pattern change. No pattern change right now, and therefore no Pacey. ADP, TBIX running. So ADP. So ADP, it's falling, but again, like this one, similar, right? Where it's continuation on the downtrend and it's below the 20 EMA line, giving this bullish nature in the past 3 months. It can fall. It has room to drop. So just be careful on this one as we move forward. Volatility. Yeah, so. Right. Okay. Good stuff, guys. So there it is, right? Here we go. Volatility popping over the resistance, and at that point, if it pops over, you can imagine your entry positions. Wow, now it's really climbing. Okay, so I want to just take you guys to the big picture. And what is that? I want to take you guys to the big picture. And the reason why this is so interesting or important is, and this is when I first started the stream today, right? This massive tail candle that coincided with the resistance line, this shows a rejection being etched in by the 20 EMA line, descending pattern, and then now, yes, we formed a double bottom, we formed a nice reversal, but look at this candle, this shows potential more downside to come. That's why I'm, now we're testing the support again, and because of this pattern, I'm more likely to say that it could have break this support and go to 266. So, this is just what I'm seeing right now, given what's occurring. So, yeah, so that's it for this stream. I just wanted to show you guys because I wanted to start the stream when the markets were kind of turning backwards. I thought it was an interesting time point. So if you guys did trade into volatility or are in volatility even after it pops over the resistance. I think that is a good trade for certain right now. You know, wow. Oh, just give me 1 second. I'm looking at something. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, just ask yourself, you know, if you guys are invested in the markets, at which point are you going to get out, right? That's gotta be careful with that one. Am I the only one lagging? It might be lagging on my end. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's it for this stream. Hopefully you can catch a recording as well. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to show you this candle that was formed, which is a sign of a downtrend. So that was 1 p.m. Eastern time, right? By 1 p.m. Eastern time, this is your exit confirmation, at least intraday. So I'll see you guys in Stock Talk later tonight, but thank you very much for joining. And of course, if you guys do like this content video, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys later. So until then, I'll see ya.